Hello and good evening. I am at the home of my lovely mothers, Evelyn Johnson Minton. It's Thursday, April the 9th, 2020, and it's 6:56 p.m. And Mom, how are you this evening?
I'm just fine.
Thank you so much for agreeing to talk with me tonight. Did you have your dinner yet?
Yes, I had a great dinner. It was the potato soup that you made and a sandwich, and it was delicious, and I enjoyed it.
You know, I had the same thing right before I came over. I had that leftover loaded baked potato soup, and it was really, really good. Well, today, the topic that I want to talk to you about, everybody in the world likes this topic because it's a very complicated topic. And your words of wisdom, I think, can help a lot of people. And are you ready for this topic?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we're going to talk about love. What do you think about that?
Oh, you have to love yourself before you can love someone else.
Now, Mom, that's exactly right. I would say bingo on that. And can you tell me what kind of person do you think you should fall in love with?
I think it should be your best friend.
Exactly. And that's a lot of people, you know, they don't fall in love with their best friend and then they get troubled and hurt when things don't go the way they want them to go. Now, do you think that you can choose who you want to love?
Your heart cannot help who it chooses to love.
You're right, Mom. Basically, sometimes, you know, you may fall in love with someone that you didn't even want to fall in love with. You just can't help it. Do you think that people should fall in love with people because of the things that they do for them?
No, I think they should fall in love because they love them.
Just because of who the person is?
Who the person is, yes.
Well, that is a very good answer. Now, let me ask you this. Do you feel like that trust really causes people to respect each other?
Yes, I do. I think that if you trust someone, they'll respect you more.
I would agree with that. And I think a lot of relationships are lacking in trust and respect, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Now, do you think that couples, when they don't get along well, do you think that they should talk to other people, or do you think they should keep it private?
I think they should keep it private. I wouldn't tell other people my private business. I would not, or my love affair or anything.
Yes, I agree with you on that. And do you think that you remember the old saying, "Don't ever go to bed mad"? Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do. When people have a fight or they should never go to bed. They should make up before they go to sleep.
I agree with you. And, you know, there's even a Bible verse that talks about that. And what do you think about people having like something special to do or a date night? Do you think that that's silly, or do you think that couples should do that?
Yes, I do. I think they should have date nights and and spend all the time they should together. That would make a good relationship, I think.
Okay. Now, what do you think about, can you tell me some things that you think maybe a woman might want to get from her husband, boyfriend, or her mate? What are the things that a woman wants out of a relationship?
Well, they want to be paid a lot of attention to, and they want to tell their mate that they would like to tell them how beautiful they are, and just all kinds of nice things.
Yeah, women like to feel pretty.
Yeah, they like to feel pretty, and they like to feel needed too.
Yes, and protected.
And protected, that would be a good thing for it.
Do you feel like that men usually are the ones, I know women can protect men too, but do you feel like that men protect women the most?
Yes, I think so, yes. I think they do.
I think women view men as the strong one, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Now, what do you think are some things that maybe a man would like to have from a woman?
Well, he needs to be appreciated.
That is definitely true. I've heard so many men say that.
And he needs compliments.
Yes, you need to compliment him just as much.
Yes.
You know, women like compliments, but men do too, and they won't come out and tell you that.
And he needs your attention too.
Yes. And what else do you think a man needs to feel from a woman?
He needs to feel like trusted by his
Wife.
wife
Or
yes.
spouse, whatever.
Spouse, whatever.
So is there anything else that you'd like to tell me that you feel on this topic?
Let's see.
Now, let me ask you this. Can we talk about some of your loves, if you don't mind, just for a second?
About my love life?
Yeah, I just wanted to, I can't help it. I'm laughing. But I wanted to ask you, I remember a story you told me one time. You said that you dated Eddie Arnold. Tell me about that.
Oh, yes, I did. I used to go to all concerts, and I went to his concert, and we were, I went up to meet him and all that, and he asked me to go out to dinner with him. And so I did, and he's very sweet and very nice, and we dated a few times, and when he was in Kingsport, and we wrote letters and called each other, and he was a really nice person.
Wow, Eddie Arnold could have been my dad.
Yes,
and
he could.
And he's a famous singer and songwriter, and I write songs, but you know what? So did my dad. So can you tell me about how you met my father, just real quick? You don't have to go into great detail, but my dad's name was Philip, and you all called him PF because his middle initial was F.
Well, my husband had his own band, and one night, and I love to go to clubs and listen to bands, so me and a lot of people went to this club.
Were you with your brothers and sisters?
Yes, they were with me. And he was playing at that club that night. I didn't know it. So I was sitting at this table with my sister and friends and brothers and all. And I kept looking at him and looking at him. I thought he was so nice looking. And I told my sister, I said, "You see that man up there playing the banjo?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm going to marry him."
Oh, my gosh.
She said, "Oh, Evelyn, why did you say that?" I said, you watch me." And so when he came down after he quit playing, and he walked over to my table and asked me to dance with him.
That's so awesome.
So I did. I danced with him, and he said, "Could I take you home?" And I said, "Yes." I didn't hesitate either. And so
you just felt like you could trust him?
I did. I don't know what it was, but anyway, he took me home. And then from then on, we dated. And
that's great. So you just, after that one night, you just stayed together?
Yeah, we started out as friends, we never said nothing about love or anything at
right.
that first thing. But later on, maybe weeks or a month.
You started feeling like you were best friends?
Yes, we did. We were best friends at first. And he loved being with me, and I loved being with him. So finally, he asked me to marry him, and I said, okay.
Well, that is so great. Mom, that is an awesome story.
Yeah, I remember every word of that. And I thought that, that we had 5 beautiful girls.
Yes.
And we didn't have any boys, but we had 5 girls. And he loved every one of them.
Oh, I know. He was a really good father, and I miss him so much. And I wanted to ask you, is there anything that you want to tell a couple that maybe is going through a difficult time? Do you want to tell them to, what would your guidance be? Praying, not giving up. What would you say to a couple?
I would tell them not to give up, to pray, and to go to a counselor if they had to, and not give up, and just work it out. That's what I think. Yeah,
and even if there's not kids involved, because, sometimes people can make a decision, a knee-jerk decision, and then they regret it later because, they say tomorrow's another day. Mm-hmm. The sun may shine brighter the next day, and you've really got to appreciate each other.
Yes, you can't just up and leave the first argument you have. You did love each other, or you do now, and you shouldn't give that up without a fight.
I would have to agree with you. Well, is there anything else you want to add before we close?
No, I guess that's about all.
Well, those are some great words of wisdom you gave us this evening, and I'm really fascinated about the stories that you told me about Eddie Arnold and my dad, and I just appreciate you so much taking the time to let me interview you for your podcast, and I hope you have a great evening, and I hear the children outside playing, and once in a while I hear the little dog barking.
Yeah.
So you got a house full.
Oh, yes, I have.
And that's the way you like it, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I love children. I could have a house full, and it wouldn't bother me.
Well, that's wonderful. And that's what makes you so happy and so wise and so kind. And I love you so much. And thank you again for being with me this evening. And I look forward to our next podcast.
Okay, I love you, and thanks a lot for spending time with me.
Okay, and bye for now.
Bye for now.